The anti-open grazing bill has been passed, one after the other, while Enugu remains the only southeast state that passed the anti-grazing bill into law on deadline, following years of violent confrontations between farmers and herders across the country. The governors in the southern part of Nigeria decided to ban open grazing across the region. The resolution was adopted at the maiden Southern Governors Forum meeting in Asaba on May 11, 2021, and then during its second meeting in Lagos, the forum set a deadline of September 1st, 2021 for all the member states to back the resolution with legislation. The news of the ban was received with joy across all three geopolitical zones in the south. Many people applauded the governors for setting aside politics and personal interest and also rising in uniform to confront an issue that threatens the peace and livelihood of the region. In the southeast, there was a palpable feeling of relief about the proposal. However, there were also suspicions that some of the Igbo's governors may back down from the agreement for political reasons. The deep political ties of some of the Igbo governors to the federal government, which has said it is against the ban, has been a source of worry to many Igbos. These worries were confirmed when Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma announced that he has pulled out of the agreement. Ebonyi State has also technically ignored the proposal. The state whose governor, David Umahi, is the chairman of Southeast Governors Forum and a close friend to Buhari, has remained silent about the ban. So far, more than 2 days after the SGF deadline, only one Southeast state has implemented the action. That state is Enugu, whose House of Assembly overwhelmingly endorsed the ban, and according to Edward Uwosi, Speaker of the House, the law will promote peaceful coexistence in Enugu State, popularly called the Coal City. Enugu State is reputed for its ancient culture, innovation, and commercial vibrancy, but it has had its fair share of herders-farmer clashes, costing lives and loss of properties. That is why, as soon as the SGF took a stand against open grazing, the Enugu State government jumped and grabbed it. A bill was immediately dispatched to the State House of Assembly by Governor Lawrence Ifeanyi Ogunanyi, Enugu House of Assembly. According to Punch newspaper, the bill, which is called Enugu State Prohibition of Open Grazing and Regulated Cattle Ranching and Connected Purposes, was passed into law on September 2nd, 2021, and it takes effect immediately. Meanwhile, in Anambra, the state government has said it will take action on the ban after the state governorship election on October 6, 2021. Well, this is the outcome of how the bill was being passed, or how the Southern Governors Forum met in Asaba and inclusively in Lagos State to deliberate on herders farmer clashes, and they all agreed, to ban the open grazing. So what do you think about the other Igbo states that have chickened out of the ban? Well, this is, the time for you to hear your opinion, and let's know your thoughts. According to what this report says, it's only Enugu that has, passed the bill onto the law, saying they have banned open grazing. The anti-open grazing law has been, banned in Enugu State. Yes, this is a good one from Enugu. And its counterpart, Governor Hope Uzodinma and David Umahi, I would say Igbos would definitely always call them the saboteur or the bastard of the Igbos, because they never wanted the good of the citizens of Igbo. From reactions below, it says, well done, Governor Ugwuanyi, the only governor that can, stand in terms of supporting the people of the country or the state he governs. This governor is not doing any work in Enugu. No good road, no flyover. Even the roads the other governor did, this one refused to maintain the road. Well, if you have said he has refused to do anything, but in the area of lives and properties, I believe what he has done now is, an effect that he is ready to do more, because The life and properties is the most paramount, is number one thing, and is the priority for a governor or a leader to achieve. Now that he has, stopped the open grazing, because that is one of the problems that is causing chaos and insecurity in Enugu. Yes, all southern governors indeed called for ban in open grazing, but was there alternative for them to take off their cows? It is pertinent to know that all cows nationwide are not only owned by Fulanis. Let this prejudice be set aside, and the state government must give them alternative locations and limit to tend their cattle. Well, I hope you understood the problems and what the governors were after. Open grazing is what is banned, and not cattle rearing, unless you are of the opinion that it is only through open grazing on and can we rear cows. Yes, they didn't say they ban cattle rearing, open grazing. Maybe they do not understand that sentence, that open grazing is banned, not banning cattle. You can rear your cattle. They have given you privileges to rear your cattle, but in a confined environment, whereby you don't intoxicate those cows into people's farm and start negotiating illegal, killing to the members of the public or the owners of the farms. Well, according to this, he said my uncle has about 60 cows in his farm. None ever ventured out of the farm. They are 2 times bigger than those ones wandering about in the same south west. I'm from the north, and open grazing is what they are saying that they have banned. So I live in Kaduna, and what they are saying in essence is have a ranch. Even if you want to move your cow from one place to another, you should have a bigger farm, or better still, take your cows to the forest. Yeah, that is how I and my uncle, rear this cow. And we also have Fulani elders who support, in breeding our cows. And whenever we are taking our cows out of the confined zone, we take them to the forest and not encroach, and make sure we don't encroach in people's farm. That is what this person is saying. Yes, all southern governors indeed call for the ban, and hope Uzodinma and David Umahi are just acting in the order of their principal. Yes, well done, Your Excellency. Other Igbo governors who are chickening out from the ban should remember that the Bible talks about Esau. He betrayed his birthright because of the red stew porridge before him at that point in time. He didn't know that God has endorsed his foolish action and decided to transfer his blessings as the first son to his younger brother Jacob, who gave him the red stew porridge. When Esau eventually realized himself and where his foolishness started, he wept bitterly, but to no avail till the end of his life. Okay, this person is linking this to Uzodinma and David Umahi, that if they don't retrace their step, it will be as Esau of the Bible, given their birthright to the lastborn, and lastborn became the firstborn, and which is you that own your land. So Fulani man will come and dictate for you. That is what is happening to Uzodinma. Yes, I've always said it, and people have been saying it, that Uzodinma was never elected to that office. He was appointed by his Fulani slave masters. Well, what are your thoughts about what Enugu government has done towards ban of open grazing? You can share that in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless.